Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the middle of November. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Do one more shuffle. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Leo. Do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. And as always, all of the decks that I use on my channel are linked in the video description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and let's get some of these. All right, make sure we're all set up here and in view. All right. I think that's good enough to me. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the King of Wands. So first and foremost, there's a lot of like red here on the board that I'm seeing. To me, this is about inspiration and passion. All right, this is an exciting energy. This is an exciting feeling that I have in this reading. And to me, I think that some of you are diving head first into a passion project. For some of you, okay, some of you here, if it's not a passion project, you're really connecting to what makes you excited to get up in the morning and go to work. Like that is, I think, something that some of you are really doing. Or what is it in your life? Maybe it's not work related. Like what is it in your life that gets you inspired to get up out of bed every morning? The King of Wands is somebody who does that, right? They will only do what they want for their career. And they have the ability to do that because they are extremely talented. In fact, if the King of Wands finds themselves in a dead-end job, they will go get a job somewhere else. They always have an offer in their back pocket because everybody wants to hire the King of Wands. This might be somebody who's an entrepreneur, especially with the Emperor here and the Queen of Wands, which is the counterpart of the King of Wands. I will say for love, it's definitely... You could be finding, I will say that some of you are here for love. So we're looking at a bunch of timelines here, right? And if you've watched my videos before, you know that I try to bring in messages for love and career if I can. And I will say, if you are here for love, there is somebody available. This person might be coming in the future. You definitely have a counterpart here. And this could be a very exciting connection between you and this person. If you are single and you're looking for love, definitely good for singles here. This could even be a person that eventually ends up being a long-term connection, because we also have another counterpart here, the Empress and the Emperor. This would be like a power couple energy. You would both have an established career. I'm assuming that you have an established career here, or I think you have an established career, or you have your own business that is like kind of rolling right now. And I think that you'll meet somebody who's on that same frequency here. But let's just dive in. So in the current situation, you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups person is a deeply intuitive person. Okay, this is somebody this is the second most intuitive card in the tarot. This asks you to connect to how you feel about a situation. This can be a trusted friend or a trusted ally. It can also be a therapist potentially in the tarot. But I get a sense that some of you are looking to connect with how you feel about a situation. And this is how you feel about what it is that inspires you to get up in the morning. Okay, this is something that keeps coming into my mind as I'm reading this, as I'm looking at this reading. What is it that inspires you to get up in the morning? That is what this, I feel like, is fundamentally about for many people here at this time. How do you feel about what you do on a day-to-day? In the problem position, you have the Strength card. This is you. Okay, this is the Leo card. Strength card is the Leo card. So what do I think about this? Well, okay, if this is not you showing up in the problem position, the Strength card talks about overcoming an internal obstacle. Okay, this asks you to have inner strength This asks you to have courage and be brave in taking, kind of like going and stepping out into the unknown, so to speak. So in the problem position here, what I actually like for you is that I think that there's something with your routine here, or I think that there's something that is completely fixable. That's why I'm saying I like this for you, because I think that there's something completely fixable. It's like you're not so far deep into something that you can't get yourself out. And I think that there are some simple adjustments that you can make that will kind of help you connect with enjoying what you do on a day-to-day. In other words, I think there are a few fixes that you can make that will enable you to kind of enjoy getting up in the morning and going to do your day-to-day. In the past, you have the Justice card. So this is Libra energy, but the Justice card, more importantly here, is the scales. Okay, so this is the idea of a natural karma that exists in all things. And what that means is the Justice card says that the actions you take in life are really very important. Karma is just the accumulation of our actions, and the scales here represent the balancing of those actions that we take. And we all get the outcome we deserve with the Justice card. So make sure that your actions are in alignment with where you want to be going. I've been talking about how some of you are really excited. Okay, I feel in reading this reading right now, in doing this reading, I should say, I feel inspired. Okay, I feel like there's an energy here of inspiration that you have, because I'm kind of, we could say reading or channeling, whatever you want to call it, but in reading right now, I feel inspired for you. And I feel that some of you have that energy, okay? But you need to make sure that your actions are in alignment with that, if you're resonating with this. So, let me just think of an example here. Like, you really want to do like an ocean vacation, but you're not going to the gym. Like, you really want to be ready for an ocean vacation or for a beach vacation, but you're not going to the gym. Or you really want to wrap down your morning routine, but you're sleeping in until 9 o'clock. Or something like this, like making sure that your actions right now are in alignment with this energy of passion and inspiration and where you want to be going, I think is very, very important here. In the future, you do have the Queen of Wands. With the King of Wands on the bottom, you do have a counterpart showing up. Doesn't matter what gender you are, doesn't matter what gender you're interested in, there's a counterpart here showing up. Okay, your energy is all over the board with the Strength card, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. It's all over here. And so for some of you, if you are here for love, this person could be coming in here. And to make it more possible, or to make that potential more possible for you, or a greater possibility of this person stepping in, you should really make sure that your actions are in alignment with where you want to go. So this reading says that you're feeling very inspired to do something. Make sure that you're taking action to continue that sort of train of inspiration. And as you do that, this person will step in. In the thoughts, this is what is on your mind, or this is what you can see. You do have the Ace of Cups, so this is new love begins in the tarot. Okay, this can be a new relationship or a new connection or a new love, a new romance coming into your life. Definitely here for some of you, this will start off hot and heavy. This will start off very quick. This will happen very quickly, and then this could be something that eventually down the road develops into a long-term situation with the Empress and the Emperor as a counterpart, which is interesting. Okay, very good. This could be a very healthy union. Now, for others of you, you're in this other situation here where you're looking to get inspired in your business life, or you're looking, like I said, you're looking for something to look forward to when you get up in the morning, right? And for some of you, you can see how this will happen, okay, with this Ace of Cups in the area of your mind. And you can also see the vision here, right? The vision on the illustration. Some of you can see how this will happen, but it's like making sure that you're taking these actions to turn the vision into reality is very important. In the subconscious, this is what you can't see or what is hidden. You do have this Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about potentially a disappointment in one's life. This person is feeling down. This person's sitting in defeat or sitting in sadness here. But I'm not really sure what this is referring to, other than, first and foremost, I should say that like all of these cards are extremely positive, minus the Five of Cups. Okay, so one card never makes a reading, right? So you have one maybe challenging card here out of all of the cards. So do keep that in mind. I actually think what this Five of Cups is saying is something connected to your routine. Like I almost feel like some of you here are in this push-pull between feeling inspired but also wanting to do nothing. And I think that that's why this Five of Cups is here. And I think it's in the background. It's like quiet music playing in the background. And I think some of you are looking to remove this Five of Cups feeling. And again, I think the best way that you do this is by following that thing that makes you extremely inspired. Now, in the staff, this is the direction that you were headed in life. In your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you do have this Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is all about total happiness in one's life. This is a windfall of happiness. This is good times, good vibes, good energy. Okay? One of the happiest cards you could find in the tarot. This is the other side of abundance, which, as I'm sure you know, if you watch my readings and if you watch other spiritual channels, there are multiple forms of abundance in life. It's not all about money. This represents the other side of abundance. This is a happy, healthy family unit. This is good vibes within your friend group. This is the emotional side of abundance, right? This is like total bliss in one's life, which is absolutely a form of abundance. There is a material symbol here, which is that these people, the couple here, they own the home in the background. And so, you know, obviously real estate is a traditional way of creating wealth in the world. But I think that this is about the other side of abundance for you, which is just being able to get up and do what you want for your career, you know, for your life, for what it is that you do for work. Like I think that is the type of abundance that's showing up here in this reading. Now, in the external influence, you have the Chariot card, which is about overcoming an obstacle. So you have the Strength card and the Chariot. Both cards, they come one after the other. They both indicate overcoming obstacles. The difference is the Chariot is about overcoming an external obstacle versus the Strength card's an internal obstacle. And what's interesting is you have the Chariot here in the external situation. So what does that mean? Well, there is some type of self-discipline that you're being called on to have. The Chariot card represents self-discipline in addition to what I just said. And it says that is the best way forward for you. And so again, I talked about how your actions here are very, very, very important. Okay, so you have this vision, you have this goal, you have this dream. How do you make it happen? Well, you be self-disciplined and you take action in that direction. You know, you have one part of it done, which is you have the vision. You have the idea, you can see it in your mind. But there's another part of that, and that's making sure your actions are in alignment. This has been a global message on my channel recently, which is this idea that I think a lot of people who watch me have this vision. And the message recently for the collective has been to, okay, now you have the vision, go for it. That's been something that's been coming in. It's easier said than done to do that for sure. But in the hopes and fears, you have the Empress. So this is another card that indicates major abundance in the tarot, okay? Now this is the ability to see something grow. That is the way that the Empress shows up as abundance in the tarot. This is also the mother archetype. You actually have the mother and the father archetype here. And it's interesting because they are sort of together as the last two cards in this reading. But the Empress says that if you plant a seed, you can water that seed and see it grow into a big tree. And that is a major form of abundance for you. So again, you've acquired the seed here with the Ace of Cups. But now you got to water it. You got to water the plants, right? So you can see it grow. And that's the idea. In the outcome, you have the Emperor, which is major success. Okay, this is a good omen of success in business. It's a card that you want to see. Empress, Emperor is a power couple in the tarot. It is a counterpart, but it's like a very successful, like, empire, like two people that want to build an empire together. with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, that certainly would be the case here. And both the Empress and the Emperor are cards that you want to see in any reading, in whatever form they take. But like I said, if you are here for love, this would start off very, very passionate, and then this could be something that develops into a longer term situation with time. So around the board, this is a very good reading. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these cards here, these clarifications. So you have the Six of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords, and you have the Eight of Swords. So I was going to say, do we have any swords here? We do not. So we now have swords showing up here pretty heavily. So, you know, the Six of Swords represents a transition in one's life. It represents going somewhere new or going to new places. The Ten of Swords is all about endings, defeat, challenges. And the Eight of Swords is about, not allowing somebody else's opinions or the opinions of others to hold you back in some respects. It could also say just get out of your head, you know. But here's the thing about the Ten of Swords. It is an ending, defeat, or a challenge. However, it also allows you to release yourself from whatever no longer works for you. So basically, I think for some of you here, there's this need to get out of dream mode and into action mode. That's what this is about for you. All right. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at these Kipper cards. So you have Distant Horizons, Mature Woman, Judication, and Poverty. So it is possible that someone is like, it is possible that somebody is saying like, why are you going down this path? You know, you had this great job, or you had this great career, you know, you were doing this, now why are you doing this? Or it's possible that that person is you, okay? There's this mature woman, doesn't matter, you know, how they appear in your life. This could be you, it could also be somebody else. But there's somebody here who's maybe questioning. That person could be you, but there could also be somebody who's questioning your path. And I would say that there are good times ahead for you. You know that, you see that, and just connect to that idea. So this is an incredible reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.